Welcome to the stories where nothing is as it seems. In the city that never sleeps, some jobs pay too well for a reason. And some buildings have floors that don't exist during the day. This is the story of Marcus, a 22-year-old college dropout drowning in debt. His grandmother's medical bills were crushing him. His part-time job at the coffee shop barely covered his rent, and the collection calls never stopped. When his roommate showed him the job posting on a sketchy website, Marcus almost deleted it. Night security guard premium office building. $75 per hour. No experience required. Must be comfortable working alone. Excellent benefits package. $75 an hour. Marcus read it 3 times. That was more than most people made in a day. Dude, it's probably a scam, his roommate Jake warned. Nobody pays that much for security. But what if it's not? Marcus stared at the screen. That's $600 a night. I could pay off Grand's bills in 2 months. Against his better judgment, Marcus applied. Within an hour, he received a call from a woman with a crisp, professional voice. Mr. Chan, this is Patricia Wells from Blackstone Holdings. We'd like to offer you the position immediately. Can you start tonight? Tonight? Don't you want to interview me first? Your background check cleared. That's all we need. The building is at 1247 Meridian Street. Enter through the loading dock. Ask for Mr. Reeves. Marcus arrived at 10 p.m. sharp. The building was a sleek glass tower, 40 stories high, gleaming under the streetlights. But something felt off. For a premium office building in the business district, it was strangely empty. No lights in any windows. No late-night workers. Nothing. The loading dock was hidden in an alley. Marcus knocked and waited. The door opened to reveal a thin man in his 60s, pale as paper, with the most tired eyes Marcus had ever seen. You must be the new guy, the man said, barely above a whisper. I'm Reeves. Been doing this for 30 years. Tonight's my last night. Retiring. Reeves gave him a look that was part pity, part warning. Something like that. Come on. Let me show you the rounds. They took a freight elevator to the 20th floor. The building was eerily quiet, their footsteps echoing in the empty hallways. Reeves handed him a clipboard with a route marked out. Every hour you walk this path. Check each floor from 20 to 35. Mark the time, sign your initials. Simple. What about the other floors? You don't go below 20. You don't go above 35. Ever. Reeves's voice was sharp now. And if you hear the elevator moving on its own, you ignore it. If you see lights in the windows from outside, you ignore it. If people try to talk to you through the doors, you ignore them. Marcus laughed nervously. What kind of people? The kind that work the day shift. Before Marcus could ask what that meant, Reeves was gone. The elevator doors closed, and Marcus was alone. The first few hours were boring. He walked the route, checked doors, signed the clipboard. The building was dead silent except for the hum of ventilation systems. By 2 a.m. he was fighting to stay awake. Then he heard it. The soft ding of an elevator. Marcus froze. He was on the 28th floor, and the elevator was definitely moving. Past 35. He heard it stop at 37, 38, 39. Then silence. Following Reeves's instructions, he ignored it and continued his rounds. But as he walked, he noticed something strange. The elevator display showed it was still on the 40th floor. A floor that, according to the building directory, didn't exist. At 3 a.m., during his next round, Marcus saw a light flickering in one of the offices on the 32nd floor. Through the frosted glass door, he could see a figure hunched over a desk, typing frantically. Marcus knocked. Hello? Building security. You're not supposed to be here. The typing stopped. The figure looked up, but Marcus couldn't make out the face through the glass. I'm working late, came a muffled voice. Big presentation tomorrow. Sir, the building is closed. You need to leave. The figure stood up and walked to the door. Through the glass, Marcus could see it was a man in a business suit. But something was wrong with his reflection in the glass. It was flickering, like a bad TV signal. I can't leave, the man said. I have so much work to do. Always so much work. Marcus backed away and continued his rounds. But on every floor he started noticing them. Figures in offices, typing at computers that weren't plugged in. People in conference rooms having meetings in complete darkness. A woman in the break room, pouring coffee from an empty pot, over and over again. By 4 a.m., Marcus was shaking. He called the number Patricia Wells had given him. Having trouble, Mr. Chun? Her voice was calm, unsurprised. There are people in the building. Lots of people. They say they're working late, but something's wrong with them. Are they interfering with your rounds? Well, no, but then continue your job. You're being paid to observe, not to interfere. What do you mean, observe? The line went dead. Marcus realized he was being paid to watch something. But what? And why? As dawn approached, something incredible happened. The figures began to fade. One by one, they became transparent, then disappeared entirely. The lights in the offices went out. The building returned to its daytime emptiness. At 6 a.m., Marcus's shift ended. He took the elevator down, but instead of stopping at the loading dock, it continued to the basement. The doors opened to reveal a pristine office with the same woman who'd called him Patricia Wells. Excellent work, Mr. Chun. How many did you count? Count. The employees. How many were working last night? Marcus thought back. Maybe 30? 40? Patricia made a note. And their productivity levels? Were they focused? Distracted? I don't understand. Patricia smiled, and for the first time, Marcus noticed her teeth were too sharp. Mr. Chun, this building houses the most productive workforce in the city. They work all night, every night. They never take breaks, never call in sick, never demand raises. The only problem is they're dead. Marcus's blood turned to ice. Dead. A fire 20 years ago. 43 employees died on floors 36 through 40. But they were so dedicated to their work, so consumed by their corporate responsibilities, that they never moved on. They just kept working. That's impossible. Is it? You've seen them. Our clients pay premium rates for reports on the productivity of our spectral workforce. Insurance companies want to know if ghost employees are still generating revenue. The IRS wants to know if they should be paying taxes on phantom labor. Marcus backed toward the elevator. You're insane, and you're unemployed, unless you want to continue observing our night shift. The pay is excellent, as you know. Why did Reeves quit? Patricia's smile widened. Oh, he didn't quit. He just got promoted. Today, shift management. The elevator doors opened, and Marcus saw Reeves standing inside. But now he was translucent. His tired eyes replaced by the same obsessive focus Marcus had seen in the other figures. Welcome to the team, Reeves said in a voice like static. The work never ends. Marcus ran. He sprinted up the stairs, through the loading dock, into the alley. Behind him, he could hear Patricia's laughter echoing through the building. But as he reached the street, Marcus stopped. In his pocket, his phone buzzed. A text from his bank. Direct deposit received. $600 from Blackstone Holdings. He looked back at the building. In the windows, he could see them clearly now in the morning light. Dozens of figures, typing, filing, attending meetings. The most productive workforce in the city. And they were all dead. Marcus's phone rang. It was his grandmother's doctor. Mr. Chan? About your grandmother's treatment. We need to discuss payment options. Marcus looked at the building, then at his bank balance. $600. One night's work. His grandmother needed surgery. The bills were crushing him. How many nights could he last before becoming part of the night shift permanently? As he walked away, Marcus made a decision. He would go back. But not because he wanted to. Because sometimes, the dead aren't the only ones trapped by their circumstances. Sometimes the living are just as chained to their desks. And sometimes the difference between the night shift and the day shift is just a matter of time. 3 months later, Marcus's roommate Jake received a call from a woman with a crisp, professional voice. Mr. Rodriguez? This is Patricia Wells from Blackstone Holdings. We have an opening for a night security position. Excellent pay. Your friend Marcus gave us your name as a reference. Marcus? I haven't seen him in months. He just disappeared. Oh, he's still with us. He's been promoted to day shift management. He's very dedicated to his work. Very focused. He never takes breaks anymore. Jake looked out his window at the glass tower on Meridian Street. In the 40th floor window, the one that didn't exist, he could see a figure hunched over a desk, typing frantically. The figure looked up and waved. It was Marcus, and he was smiling.